We are back at Coastal Home on Girl Talk. Karen is still with us. Erin, it's a treat to have you too. I had to see if I could actually say it without goofing this time. I have a thank you to you. We were talking about this during the break, and I wanted to let you know that while you can buy fantastic things on the floor, there is something for everyone. I actually brought my 91-year-old dad in, who wanted
I can't believe he's 91.
Right? Who wanted a chair. Right. And we came on the weekend. Karen came out to the car, wheeling the fabric.
Yes.
And we finally dragged him in. And it was so wonderful because I think that oftentimes people, I think, get intimidated or they don't even know what to ask.
Right.
And it was so impressive to watch you lead that process. Tell us a little bit about customizing and how that does work.
Well, it's nice when we have it on the floor for the customer to sit in, especially someone that has some aging issues.
Exactly.
Because they need to sit in the chair and it feels right to them and they feel comfortable in it. And I think once you get him in the chair and we talk to him and we just have a conversation, we're not selling, we're just having a conversation with the customer, your dad.
Yeah.
And he felt comfortable and that made me feel good. And we picked out fabrics and, you know, he felt like he was part of the process.
It was part of the process and it was special. And when we talk about aging in place anymore, it's a huge deal. And I think people don't realize that getting in and out of chairs can be a major obstacle.
Right.
And when you talk about universally designed things, there are set heights.
Right.
But
that don't always apply.
Exactly.
Right.
For you and I want to sit in a sofa that I can snuggle in.
Right.
For someone who's older, they can't get out.
Right.
And that's what you didn't know. That was really important. It's what Karen did so well.
Did he sit in the first one and like it, or did he have to try a few?
He did. He tried a few, and you could tell when they're starting to get a little tired, if they're a little older, and sometimes for men, their eyes glaze over. We all know that look. So you kind of have to hurry the process
Even the young
up a little
ones do
bit.
that.
But yeah. So he was really good. I didn't want to tire him out from sitting in the chair because he's not going to sit in it comfortably. So the second chair he sat in, he felt really comfortable in.
And could get in and out of.
Yeah.
And what was really interesting was watching how professional you were because you knew your products. I think, for example, he saw a really cool chair and you were great. You were like, yeah, that's a wonderful chair. Let's look at that one.
Right.
It's similar.
Right.
Without saying, oh, heck no, you're not going to be able to get out of that.
Right. You don't want to make them feel bad, you know, and I
Right.
think they already know their limitations anyway, and so you don't need to point that out.
And I think, forget even aging in place, really it's anyone. I mean, it's do you like firm? I mean, there's so many different ways to be comfortable.
Right.
But you know a couch when it isn't comfortable.
You do,
You know?
and I always tell the customer to sit like they're going to sit at home, because sometimes they come in, they just sit down like this, and I'm like, that's not how you sit at home.
Right.
Kick your
You
feet
need
up.
to get in it, and once they do that, they feel comfortable, and that's what we want them to do. We want them to buy right, we want them to take their time, and we want them to be happy with the purchase.
I think that's what was so nice. I felt like you were paying attention to your customer as opposed to selling a piece of furniture. And that, to me, is worth its weight in gold. And I think it's something that you all is pretty much the culture here, too.
It is the culture. We want our customers to first linger around the store and enjoy it, and zero in on something, and we'll help them find the right space, or the piece for the space that they have, so, and the functionality of it as well. So
And people who come in and they're worried about color, we can find color.
we can find
Find color.
We got that wrapped.
we
And
can
they
find-
have a lot of choices, right? If
They
do
do.
you bring a book over and they
They
can choose the
Some choices
designs.
are, some products are limited. They're married fabrics, and we talked about that the last time you were here. But most chairs have dozens and dozens and dozens of choices. So.
And dozens and dozens and dozens of choices.
And then what's the turnaround?
And usually 6 to 8 weeks on those.
It's not bad. We're going to take a break again, and we'll be back, and we're going to talk a little bit more about fashion and color. So stay with us here on Girl Talk.